In a move that sparked widespread controversy, former U.S. President Donald Trump made several decisions during his presidency, 2017 to 2021, related to reducing military aid provided by the United States to a number of countries, as part of his America First policy, which focused on reducing foreign spending and redirecting resources to strengthen the U.S. economy. Point 1. Why did Trump reduce military aid? Trump adopted a policy based on reducing reliance on foreign U.S. funding, as he considered that the United States pays more than it receives from its military alliances, especially in the Middle East and Europe. The main goal of these decisions was to reduce the financial burden on the U.S. budget, force allies to pay more for military protection, redirect resources to the U.S. interior, especially in the industrial and commercial sectors. Point 2. Countries affected by the reduction in military Ayuda. Middle Eastern countries. Iraq. The Trump administration reduced military support to Iraq after tensions escalated between the two countries, especially after the assassination of Iranian General Qasem Soleimani in Baghdad, which led to Iraqi demands to end the U.S. military presence. Jordan. Military aid to Jordan has witnessed a slight decline. Despite the kingdom being considered a strategic ally of the United States in the region, Palestinian Authority, the Trump administration has suspended all military and financial aid to the Palestinians, as part of its policy of supporting Israel and its refusal to fund any party that opposes its policies. B. Europe and NATO. Trump has repeatedly criticized NATO for what he considered insufficient spending by European countries on defense. The United States has reduced some of its military commitments to Germany and Eastern European countries, and asked them to increase their defense spending so that Washington would not have to bear more financial burdens. C. Afghanistan. One of the biggest military decisions made by Trump was to reduce U.S. military support for the Afghan government, in preparation for withdrawing U.S. forces from Afghanistan, a decision that current President Joe Biden completed with a final withdrawal in 2021. Point 3. Implications of reducing military Ayuda. Allies' anger. These decisions have angered many traditional U.S. allies, who felt unsettled and let down by the reduction in military and economic support. Countries such as Germany and France began to develop more independent defense policies, such as enhancing military cooperation within the European Union without relying entirely on Washington. B. Strengthening the influence of Russia and China. The United States' main rivals, Russia and China, took advantage of these shifts to strengthen their relations with some countries to which American aid had declined, such as Iraq, Afghanistan, and some African countries. C. Internal impact on the U.S. military. Inside the United States, some of Trump's decisions were met with opposition from the Pentagon, the Department of Defense, as some military leaders believed that reducing aid could weaken American influence globally. Point 4. Did Biden continue to reduce aid? After assuming the presidency, Joe Biden reconsidered many of Trump's decisions, as he restored aid to the Palestinians and strengthened support for NATO, but he continued the policy of reducing direct military interventions, as happened in Afghanistan. Conclusion. Trump's policy of reducing military aid was part of his America First strategy, which focused on reducing external financial burdens, but in return it raised the concerns of allies, strengthened the influence of opponents, and created a state of instability in some regions. Today, the repercussions of these decisions continue to cast a shadow over American foreign policy and international relations.